Hey everybody, it's Nick Fat Knight here. For today's Platinum Medal video, we return to the Saxony campaign to finish up Battle of the Five Heroes. For this mission's additional challenges, we'll need to rescue Anna within 30 minutes, never capture any iron mines or oil pumps, and prevent your allies' production structures from ever taking any damage. Let's go ahead and get started.
New primary objective received.
At the start of the mission, send Gunter, Olga, and your Isegrim just north of your allies' base. Put your stormtroopers in cover just north of the uncapped iron mine. Build a workshop back at your base, and send Brunhilde to the bridge on the far right side of the map. With your heroes and mech in the middle, push forward and take out the enemies by this oil pump. In the east, have your stormtroopers avoid the incoming grenade and then put them back in cover. Back in the middle, use Olga's bomb to decrew the mortar. Have Gunter and your mech focus on incoming infantry. If either hero's health gets low, send them back to base. If your mech's health gets low, back it up out of the fight into your allies' area. Once the engineers are done building the workshop, send them over to repair your mech. Once you've cleared all the enemies out of the middle, go ahead and drop a save, just in case. If your heroes are low on health, send them back to HQ and reinforce them. Once your Isegrim is healed up, push it back into the middle. Send your engineers over to crew the mortar from before. Once Olga's healed up, we're going to send her back to the middle with the Isegrim and our engineers. Once Gunter's healed up, send him over to support the stormtroopers in the east. In the middle, disperse of any enemies with Olga and your mech. Depending on the location of your allies' squads, the enemy will either attack from the north between two buildings or in the east between these two buildings. In the east, there's a heavy cannon sentry, some machine gunners, and two weapon systems you'll need to take out. Be sure to use Brunhilde's artillery special to help out Gunter and the stormtroopers. If Gunter or stormtroopers get low on health, go ahead and retreat them. If a Nako begins firing on any of your locations at any point, go ahead and send Olga over to take care of it. Bounce between your units in the east and the units in the middle until the coast is clear. Once it is, go ahead and decrew the mortar in the middle and have your engineers build a pillbox at the intersection just left of your allies' base. Go ahead and move your Isegrim over to support the pillbox. Around this time, you should also be able to upgrade your workshop. Now we're going to head to the eastern enemy base to go save Anna. Start building Kaisers and set them up the east path. Before our Kaisers can get there, we want to clear out the AT guns that are just north of the bridge Brunhilde is on. Heading into the base, the enemy will throw a crap ton of mechs at you. Get some licks in on the AT gun and back up. With your Kaiser coming up the road, go ahead and focus on the SERP. Continue to build more Kaisers and send them up the same path. Build an extra set of engineers and send them to support the Kaisers. Note, if you do lose a hero, don't worry, we can pick them up later. Keep an eye on your Isegrim back by the pillbox. If approached by Nakos at all, go ahead and take them out on that side real fast. The last thing you want to have happen over there is to have the Nako hit the allies' base and fail the challenge. Back in the east with the enemy blob taken care of, go ahead and heal up any mechs that need it. Set your Kaisers up at the big iron mine just before this intersection. If any of them are vetted up, be sure to use that ability. Enemies will continue to approach from the base and from the road just northeast of our position. Continue to pump out Kaisers as the resources become available. At the eastern enemy base, just continue to inch forward bit by bit until you can finally take out the barracks. Once you've hit the pop cap, go ahead and build a barracks. If enemy units are getting close to your HQ or your allies' HQ, go ahead and send over one of your Kaisers to deal with them.
Standing by for orders. We fixed worse.
Once the eastern base is destroyed, you'll have rescued Anna and completed the Rescue Anna in under 30 minutes challenge, and you'll get a cutscene.
This is not becoming conduct.
Stalking the shadows.
After the cutscene, go ahead and drop a save just in case. For some reason my barracks didn't build before, so I built it after I saved. Repair any mech that needs it, and then we're going to march forward into enemy territory. We'll send Brunhilde and a Kaiser up the tracks here just north of the barracks we just destroyed. We'll funnel 2 other Kaisers into the same area using the road just by that big iron mine we were standing by earlier. Once your Kaisers are in position, go ahead and get them into rocket mode, and have your engineers standing behind them ready to heal up any mech that takes a bunch of damage. Gunther and Olga should run around taking care of any Grozas, Nakos, or Gunners that pop up in the area. If their health gets low, send them back to base, and then bring them back out to the fight. Things may start to get hairy for your Isengrim on the west. Just remember not to retreat it because we don't want to attract enemies back to our allies' HQ. If its health does get low, go ahead and repair it with engineers. Your Isengrim smokescreen ability should also help buy you some time. As you start to build more Kaisers, we want to send 1 to the west to support the Isengrim, and we want to send 2 up the middle near where we took that mortar earlier. On the east, continue to inch forward towards the next iron mine. Don't let your mechs bunch up though, you want to form a semicircle around that, just because there are AT guns and sentry cannons just out of sight, and we don't want to get hit by those and lose a bunch of mechs. On the west side, your Isengrim and your Kaiser should be able to hold off enemies. If you end up losing your Isengrim, that's okay, we can just build into another Kaiser. Around this time, your 2 other Kaisers should be making their way down the middle. There's a nest of weapon systems up the middle. With those Kaisers and Olga and Gunther, you should be able to take care of them pretty quickly. And this will be the rest of the mission, really. You want to use your mechs to push forward on the 3 lanes we have until you clear a path to destroy the enemy's main base. Along the way, you'll need to destroy a western secondary base. Just keep in mind there are some AT guns over there protecting it, but if you use Olga and Gunther to take care of them, you should have no problem. Don't forget to check back in on your allies' base every once in a while. There's nothing worse than reaching the end of the mission and looking back at your allies' base to see that their HQ is taking some damage. So just make sure you're checking periodically. With both secondary bases destroyed, you are now good to destroy the main base. Once the last building goes down, the mission will end and you will have earned your latest platinum medal in Iron Harvest.
Someone just shot at me! Primary objective complete.
Finally.
We made it! Well done.
I didn't think we'd make it. Thank you.
No one could have survived that alone.
Let's get Zubov.
Is Yannick still with him?
Yes, and hopefully...
What the...
Let's get going. Whatever Zubov is doing in there can't be good.
Herr Kommandant, it is my duty to inform you
Enemy forces approaching.
that...
Cover our backs. We'll stop Zubov.
Lead the way!
Hey everybody, thanks again for watching. We have more Platinum Metal videos on the way. In the meantime, come check out a live stream every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget to follow Nick Fat Knight at the following social media sites. We'll see you next time.